Wanda Sykes has done an oopsie, to quote, PewDiePie. Wanda Sykes, she's done two, actually. Wanda Sykes spent some of her time on ABC's The View Tuesday mocking an old couple who walked out on her show because she was bashing President Donald Trump. We do have that video. We will play that for you right now.
Hey, how are you, dear?
Hello, lady.
Been a while. Trump tweeted his support for Pride Month. Are you surprised? I mean, it's shocking, isn't it?
That's the most ridiculous. I mean, everything he does is just phony. Everything is just a lie. How you going to say Happy Pride and then say transgender people can't serve in the military?
Yeah.
Yes. He's just full of it.
Because at the end of the day, people in the military that have a 44% suicide rate is not good. That is why they're not in the military. He has literally gone through and said that transgender and homosexuals and whatnot should be. I'm trying to think of the word. He's pushing other countries to be more accepting of these people. But you won't mention that, for God's sake, will you? No, of course not.
Just full of it.
That's a lot to carry, though, when you're that full. You know what I mean? You think a little bit would just all the way out.
Right. There is not a sincere bone in his body.
No, he lies. The bones first. Oh, that's right.
So the special is called Not Normal. So when people come to your show, wait a minute. Now, is this me saying this? Because it had my name over it. Is this you saying this?
No.
She said, because that's what I thought. But look, when people come to my show, I tell them off the top that I swear, in case they might want to leave,
you give them a warning that you're
right.
That's what you do. That's what you say at the beginning of your show.
Yes.
You give them right.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, out touring and doing stand-up in this climate right now, I noticed
it's
that
very politically correct.
Very politically, and if I didn't start off with, like, Trump jokes, I can see all my fans sitting there like, come on, bring it. When is it coming? And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to start off with the Trump jokes up front, and then I would see maybe like 10 or 12 people get up and leave and protest. One of the funniest, you missed the show. You should have been there. You was about to come to this show in Florida, right? So I'm doing the Trump stuff, and and this old lady gets up and she's mad. And she's about to walk out, right? So she gets like maybe 20 feet down the aisle, and she's cursing at me and everything, and she's like trying to storm out, and then she turns and she has to wait for her husband, and he's in a walker. I'm like, this is just the saddest walkout I've ever seen. I was like, y'all might as well stay. By the time you get to the door, I'm gonna be on to something else.
Right.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't think anything she said there was wrong. Look, she's a comedian. I think at the end of the day, she has a full right to go through and to say what she wants. You obviously don't have to go to her show. You don't want to support it, don't go to it. So yeah, I do think it's quite interesting that she's literally admitting that she has to pander to her audience. But regardless, to be honest, was it bad taste? Maybe, but she's a comedian. I don't want to be the person that goes through and says that comedians can't make jokes, because then, people turn around and say that about Count Dankula, for example. Yeah, I know. They're lying about the president. I know. It's. But Wanda Sykes says only vote for Biden if he gets a boyfriend. So this is a really bad oopsie. Let's look at this one.
How do we not allow the not normal to become normal?
That's the baffling question. Like, because it keeps, every day it gets crazier and crazier. So I'm like, in 2020, we need to, well, first of all, he should have been impeached. I mean, I don't understand why everybody's scared, like, let's not upset the election. All right, well, fine. Well, I think in 2020, we need to do a 180, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, give me the old lady, the black lady, or the gay guy.
I don't care who it is.
That's all I'm going with.
Who's the old lady?
Elizabeth. Give me Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, or Pete Buttigieg. That's what I'm going with.
How about the old man? Where's he on your list?
We've had the old white men over and over again. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of old white men.
These old white people, they want somebody who looks...
Would that be racist? If I was to say that I was sick of old black women, would I be considered racist? Just saying.
Looks like them. Did you notice that? That's probably why Biden is ahead.
That Biden is ahead?
No, you know why Biden's ahead? Because everybody believes he can clean it quick.
Everybody believes he
can clean it up like that.
And he can do it, but I'm going to tell you, if Biden gets a boyfriend, he has my vote.
That's not going to happen.
That's all I need. Little man on the side, we're good.
You also...
So, literally turning around saying you're only going to vote for a candidate if he gets a boyfriend. Wow, the identity politics is strong in this one, is it not? Look, at the end of the day, I have a problem with what she's saying here. Because at the end of the day, we'll talk about that in a sec, Eric. But yeah, at the end of the day, her going through and claiming this is just showing identity politics. Biden's not going to have a boyfriend. And Biden's not going to clean shit up, women. Okay, he's deep state. Biden is literally the military-industrial complex. If you think Biden is going to clean anything up, you're very sadly mistaken, okay? The deep state is going to keep doing what it normally has done for the past 50-odd years. So, good luck with that theory. I do have a problem with her saying that she's only going to vote for people because of race, colour. That has just been a racist to me. I don't want to vote for you because you're white. Because you're an old white man, I'm not voting for you. That to me is... That's just racist. That's just plain out racist. It's the same with, like, for Elizabeth Warren, for example, claiming that she was part Cherokee, or she ended up being one in 124, I think it was, and then the DNA sample they used wasn't actually Native American. It was actually from, like, down in South America or something. So even then, the whole ancestry thing could be thrown into question. Like, you're going to vote for Elizabeth Warren. She literally said that she would vote for Elizabeth Warren. For why? Because she's a woman. That's all it takes to get Wanda Sykes to vote for you, is because you're a woman. The identity politics is really strong in this one. As for the comments, the 180 isn't going to happen. Biden looks like a kid more than a man. Biden looks like a creepy uncle that is grabbing onto kids like a predator. But anyway. The 180 isn't going to happen. No, I don't think it will either. I think at the end of the day, Trump is going to win 2020. And these people are going to have a bigger frigging meltdown than they've already got. Trans people are mentally unstable. They shouldn't be anywhere near firearms. It's not... Okay, so that's what Eric is saying in chat before anybody goes using it. It's not actually too far. Look, the fact is that that's right. The trans people do have mental stability issues. There is a 44% suicide rate. And this whole argument of they just need to have their bodies matched their gender. No, it doesn't. Because even after they've gone through and they've had the surgeries and they become a complete woman, they still do not change that much in the suicide rate. The suicide rate is still over 40%. I'm sorry, I do not want to go putting someone in a high stress, high chance of losing your shit. We have men who are completely mentally sound coming back with war, with PST, depression, all these sort of mental issues. These are men who are completely sound of mind who end up in that situation. And what do you want to do? You want to throw someone in that situation that has a 40% suicide rate. You can guess what's going to happen. That's also not talking about the other things like medications, surgeries or whatever. The downtime of soldiers, for example, that have to get their surgeries done because apparently the government's got to pay for it. Like, it's a whole can of worms. If Trump was really against the LGBT community, he wouldn't tweet out support for Pride Month. He wouldn't have mentioned them in his acceptance speech when he won 2016. He wouldn't go through several times, he's done it a couple of times now, and push for countries like Saudi Arabia, who have a problem with homosexuals, by the way, which, no one here is actually talking about because don't touch that elephant in the room. But yeah, don't talk about Saudi Arabia, where Trump has literally gone through and said these countries need to start accepting more of homosexuality. Or that these countries need to work to improve their relations when it comes to the LGBT community. Or Indonesia, for example. Where are the people talking about Indonesia being homophobic? No, nowhere has that ever been mentioned. Yet, Indonesia is one of the 6 countries in the world where you can still be thrown off a roof for being gay. But anyway, it was one in, it was actually one in 1024, actually, James. But yeah. Reread my comment, Ripanda. He likes kids more than men. I don't see that comment. I don't see your comment. Oh, Biden likes... Oh, yeah, I hadn't got that far yet. Sorry, man. Yeah. Biden likes kids more than men. Meh. And one in 20,000. One in 124, I think it was. Meltdown coming soon. Yeah, the left is going to lose their shit when Trump wins 2020. They really, really are. It's going to be funny to watch. It really is. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Wanda Sykes saying this stuff? Saying that she's only going to vote for candidates who are gay, women, or who are gay, or who are, of different races. Black people, for example. To be honest, I find this incredibly sexist. Incredibly racist and, heterophobic. That should be a new word. Heterophobic. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.